Hello, my name is Dove Dalen, and today I'm going to show you how to perform a warehouse transfer on Retail 1. And first of all, I'll explain to you how the process works. Well, the shop manager is going to create a store order for stock from the main warehouse. And then at the main warehouse, or the back office, the logistics manager is going to approve the warehouse transfer. The transfer is then transferred from the main warehouse stock to an in-transit warehouse. And then when the order arrives at the shop, the workers accept the warehouse transfer and they approve it. And if there's any items that are listed on the warehouse transfer but do not arrive, they're moved to the differences warehouse. And so let's go and show you now the process of how all this works. I'm going to go on my point of sale. I'm going to go into my menu, my back office, and I'm going to create an order. And I'm going to create an order, let's say, from the Main Street store. Select my From Warehouse. And I'm going to add some items and a small computer table and maybe some 2 chairs. And let's say 5 desk lamps, and I'm going to commit my transaction. It's going to ask me if I want to commit. I'm going to select yes, I do, and I'm going to go here to SAP Business 1. I'm going to go into my UPITEC reports. I'm going to select stock reports. I'm going to select shop order reports. And then I can, according to the selection criteria, I'm going to select my open documents. And I can see that this was created today. So I can double click here on the shop order. And that's going to open up my shop order. And I, as a manager now, the logistics manager, I'm going to go see what this shop is ordering and from which warehouse, and I can go ahead and commit my order, or I can decide not to accept the order and I can close it, and I can go ahead and commit, and this is going to create a retail warehouse transfer in SAP Business 1. And I can go ahead and add items or remove items or change quantities. So right now I just want to send over, say, 4 chairs. So I can go ahead and edit it like any other inventory transfer in SAP Business 1. If you notice, we have a 2 warehouse that we've added in the retail transfer and differences warehouse. And when I add the inventory transfer, it's going to transfer the items from the From warehouse to the in-transit warehouse. And when it's accepted in the store or through SAP Business 1, it's going to move from the in-transit warehouse to the destination warehouse. And if there's items that get lost along the way and they're not accepted, and in a minute I'll show you how that's done, they'll be transferred to this difference warehouse. And then we can go in there and figure out what happened to those items. So I'm going to go ahead and add the warehouse transfer. I'm going to go back. Let me show you what we can commit this order from SAP Business 1. We can, if I'm in the store and I have access to SAP Business 1, I can go on SAP Business 1 and say I've received how many, and I can commit it. Or I can select here and accept the amount, or scan in a barcode, quantity, and accept it, and it'll be transferred into the next line. Or I can do it through the point of sale. In my back office menu, I can select my list of transfers, and here I can find my warehouse transfer, and I'll select it and select enter. And to accept it, I'm going to commit the transaction. I can scan in the items, or I can say quantity and scan in, or I can change it manually. I can either select enter to increase the amount of items, or I can change the quantity. Select quantity 2. I can select 4, and I can go ahead and enter it in. This can also be done just by scanning in the barcodes as the items come in. And when I'm done, I'm going to select commit transaction, and I'm going to select yes, and I'm going to select yes, I want to print it. And I can see here on my virtual printer that I have now a receipt. I've received small computer 1, a revolving chair, and a desk lamp, 4 of them. And that's basically how I create my warehouse transfer is now complete. If you can see here, an additional, if I go back into my warehouse transfers, and I go to the last data record, you can see here that my warehouse transfer is now closed, and that the items have been transferred from the in-transit warehouse to warehouse 01. And that's how we perform a retail inventory transfer on SAP Business One using Retail One add-on.